Hey guys, so today we're gonna be making some curry chicken patties. So let's get started. Alright, you guys, so I'm starting with my chicken breast. I'm gonna cut it down the middle to make it thinner, and then we're gonna season it up. So instead of having two chicken breasts, now I basically have 4 slices of chicken breast, okay, thinly sliced. All right, so next I'm seasoning the chicken breast with some curry powder. I'm using Chief's curry powder. It's my favorite to use. I also have some onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, ground cumin, and a little paprika mixed in there. And I'm gonna season both sides of the chicken with that mixture. So I'm also going to season the chicken with a little bit of green seasoning mix. I'll link my recipe for that in the description box down below for you guys, okay? And next, let's get ready to start cooking the chicken. Alright guys, so I'm placing my skillet over medium to medium high heat, and I'm adding a little bit of oil just to coat the bottom of the pot. You don't want to add too much oil. I'm going to be adding some amchar masala and some curry powder into the oil in a second. Alright, so you want to get those 2 seasonings ready. If you can't find amchar masala in your local supermarket, I would say check on Amazon. Amazon got everything. Alright, but before I add those 2 seasonings, I'm adding some diced onion and a few cloves of minced garlic. Next, I added some freshly minced ginger, and I'm going to give that a good stir and let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until the onions soften a little. Now I'm going to add in the curry powder and the amchar masala mixture. Give that a good stir in the pot and let it cook for about 2 to 3 more minutes. And then I'm going to add in about 1/4 of a cup of water, and again give that a nice stir. Alright you guys, so next I'm adding in the slices of chicken breast, and there is a reason why I didn't cut the chicken into smaller pieces, into cubes, because I'm gonna shred it after it's finished cooking. Okay, so I'm leaving it thinly sliced but whole as is, as you see it, and we're gonna cook it. Alright, so add all of your slices of chicken into the pot, give it a mix with the mixture in the pot, and then I'm gonna add in some more water to cook the chicken. You don't want to add too much water again, because we don't want that much sauce when the chicken is finished cooking. All right, so I'm only gonna add in about 1 cup of water, and if I need any more water, then of course you could add it in, but I doubt you're gonna need any more water because chicken breast cook really fast. Okay, in 10 to 15 minutes this chicken will be cooked, since it's thinly sliced. All right, so once you add the water, give the pot a stir, and then you're gonna cover it and let it come to a boil. So once the sauce starts to boil, you guys are gonna uncover it and taste it and adjust the seasonings as needed. Okay, see if you need to add some more salt, black pepper, maybe some onion and garlic powder, whatever you need to make sure your chicken is tasting delicious. And once it's good, the sauce is amazing, you're gonna let this cook for 10 to 15 minutes until the chicken is fully cooked. But at the same time, you don't want to overcook the chicken, because we are making patties and we're gonna bake it after. And once the chicken is fully cooked, you're going to remove the chicken from the pot, and I place mine on a cutting board because we're going to shred it after it's finished cooling. Okay, so while the chicken is cooling, let's work on the dough for the patties. And actually you can make the dough before, because it does have to chill in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes, so you can make it before and then start prepping the chicken. Here's what you're going to need to make the dough for the patties. You're going to need 1 egg to make an egg wash, and you're also going to need flour, baking powder, salt, some turmeric powder, some butter, and also some ice cold water. Okay, so I'm adding all of the dry ingredients into a large bowl, and then I'm going to add in the butter, and basically I'm going to rub the butter into the flour until I have some small crumbs that basically resembles pebbles. All right, so just use your hands and rub the butter and flour together. And once the mixture looks something like this, you're going to start adding in some ice cold water. Make sure the water is very cold and mix this together until it forms a dough and it comes into the shape of a ball. Next, I'm taking the dough and I'm going to place it into a Ziploc bag. You can also wrap it in saran wrap and place it into the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. 30 minutes to 1 hour will be really good. Okay, you guys, so back to the chicken. So I'm going to use a tongs to hold the chicken and then a fork to shred the chicken. Okay, and I'm going to shred all of my chicken. So once all of the chicken is shredded, I'm taking it and I'm going to place it back into the pot with the gravy that we cooked it in. Okay, and I have my heat on about medium. And basically you're going to cook that for about 5 minutes or so. So give that a mix with the sauce in the pan, and I'm going to add in some breadcrumb as well. So once you add in the breadcrumb, it's kind of going to absorb all of the gravy in the pot, and that's good because we don't want the chicken to be too soggy, because then that'll make the patty soggy. Okay, so add in the breadcrumb, give it a good mix, and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Lastly, I'm going to add in some fresh cilantro, mix it in with the chicken, cook it for about 1 minute or so, and then you can remove the chicken from on the stove, set it aside, let it cool, and let's get started on putting together our curry chicken patties. Okay, so I sprinkled a little bit of flour on my counter surface to prevent the dough from, sticking on the counter, and then I'm gonna place my dough on top of that, and I'm cutting it in half. So I'm gonna work with one piece of the dough at a time. All right, so taking that first piece, I'm gonna roll it out flat, very flat, and then I'm gonna also use a knife to shape the dough. Any rough edges and sides, I'm gonna cut it out and make it straight. Once the sides of the dough is nice and straight, what you want to do is map out how you're gonna cut out the patties. Okay, so this part honestly depends size of the patties you want to make. So if you want really small patties, then of course you're not gonna cut it as large as I cut mine. So you could cut it very small and make appetizer sized patties. Okay, I was making a regular large size patties. So the first dough, I basically cut it to make 3 patties, as you can see me doing, and then I'm gonna add about 2 to 3 spoonfuls of my curry chicken filling, and I add it on one side of the dough. Also, before you add the filling, wet the edges of the dough with some egg wash. To make the egg wash, I just cracked that 1 egg into a bowl and I added a little bit of water with it, mixed it, and yeah, brush the edges of the dough with that. Once you add your filling, don't add too much filling because you don't want the filling to ooze out of the patties. All right, but we want, when we bite our patties, we taste that curry chicken in there. So fold the other half of the dough over the filling, and then I'm gonna press the dough closed using my fingers. Next, I use a fork and I'm gonna just clean up the edge of my patties. Use a fork to press it closed together, and then also I use my knife to shape up the patties and make it look pretty and delicious. Once you finish doing that, you're gonna place the patty on a baking dish sprayed with nonstick cooking spray, and yeah, finish shaping the rest of the patties. So once you finish making all of the patties, you're going to brush the top of each of them with some of that egg wash. And then I preheated my oven to 400 degrees, and once all of the patties are shaped and made, you're going to place them into the oven and bake them at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes or so until it's golden brown and perfectly cooked. Okay, so before I put the first batch of patties into the oven, I'm gonna make the second dough that we had put aside. I'm gonna make those patties, and I'm gonna put all of them into the oven at the same time. Okay, you guys, and here is the finished batch. Once they come out of the oven, they look absolutely amazing. And yeah, that is how I make curry chicken patties. These were so delicious, super delicious. I enjoyed them. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you give the recipe a try. If you do, let me know in the comments down below how it turned out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.